Hey guys, welcome to my November 2018 Q&A. I just realized November was kind of ending quicker than I thought it was. So decided that I do my Q&A now. So that is the plan. And sorry for the late notice on when I was doing that Q&A. And I'm sorry I'm in my kitchen. So people are going to move into the other room soon. That way you don't hear anything. But I see there's already people in the comments, so thank you guys for that. And yeah, we're gonna see what these comments are saying. Hold on, let me make sure everything's working okay too. Yep. Okay. First, Andy's in the comments. He says hi. We also have Bird Fires his second A. I mean, hey. Andy. Hold on. Let me see. I'm good. All right. Let's see. Andy says, oh no. Jay says, how does it feel knowing Jay gave up his killer 80s playlist to be here? Pretty special, for sure. 9 people viewing. Thank you. I think my show is better than your 80s playlist. So, oh, we got Ranger Reddit says hiya. Flash Shape Chapter also says hi. Stephanie Crespo says hi. And then we also have Andy who says it is a new round of time, date, travel, or marry. All right. Let's see. First round, Ava, Sarah, Zari. Who would I time? All right. Time. I'll say marry. Ava. I would time date Zari. So I guess I'd be time traveling with Sarah. So that answers that one. That was a fun one. Legends of Tomorrow related. Also, as you guys come up with your questions, I guess I'll update you guys on stuff going on. Oh, actually, maybe I should save that for later. I don't know. Maybe let's do it now so you guys know, updates as always. So yeah. Today I posted my topic time video on Comic Frontline. This is a new series we've been doing. Every weekday, one of us will be doing a topic. And I did one on Monday, and my actual day is Friday. So I did one today. And my topic was on She-Ra. If you haven't seen the show, definitely go check it out. And I did a review for it. We did a Media Madness for it on Comic Frontline yesterday, which you can also go check out. But this topic, it was on if Adora and She-Ra, Adora and Catra have a romantic relationship. I won't give the answer here because I did a whole video on it. So go check that out, and go check out all the other topic times from this week. We had a Firefly video from Brand. Jay also did a She-Ra video, and Mike did a Green Lantern video. And next week we'll have a whole new set of videos planned, and it's all going to be relevant stuff. So things that either came out in the news or something that we read in the comics or TV, movies. So definitely go check all that stuff out. We were really proud of that project. Of course, go check out Media Madness, like I said, from this week. We also did, we're going to be doing a Wreck-It Ralph Media Madness at hopefully sometime next week. I'll let you know what day it is. And then what else is going on? I put my Comic No episode up, so you definitely go check that out. Had a light week this week, only 12 books. Frontline Live, of course, is every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So, we work hard on that show as well. So we'd love if you guys go check it out. We talk about our top 5 comics, our worst pick, and comic news. This week we won't be talking comic news, even though there's a lot of comic news that came out, but we are planning our Frontline Awards. We didn't finish voting last week, so this week we have to finish voting. So we need some time to do so. So we won't have news this week. But yeah, that's I think all the updates. I did the Loud House Thanksgiving special review. I got that posted. I'll be doing the music special when that comes out. I think it's like Thanksgiving week, or that'll be coming out. So yeah, those are all the updates. Of course, go check out my comics like Follow My Daughter and They Call Her Dancer. Links for that's in the description. Always working hard on that. So love to hear your feedback. If you have any questions about those comics, you can ask those too. All right. Yeah, that's kind of my update. So definitely come up with some questions. I see 12 people are viewing. So hopefully that gave you some time to ask some questions. Let's see what we got going on. We got Flash Shapeshifter. I'm actually having fun with Marvel Comics right now. Which comics are you liking? Flash Shapeshifter. Yeah, I think this year was better for them. I think as a company, still they have a lot of things they got to fix. I do think they have a bit too many comics, and then I look at DC. I think they have too little comics. I think there's a company medium that they have. But I do like a lot of comics from Marvel and DC. I will say I like more Marvel comics this year than I did DC. I think there's a lot of with DC. There's not a lot of bad books. There's just like a lot of middle ground books and books that I'm just like but not excited for. With Marvel, there's definitely bad books. But there's a lot of books I'm like really excited to read. So it's this interesting level with both companies. And of course I read my indies as well. But yeah, for Marvel, I've been enjoying Miss Marvel as always. I do think this recent arc was a little low on my list. I do miss the more high school hijinks. But I'm glad Bruno's in the fold. I love Runaways. If you guys don't know, I'm a big fan of that. I'm glad Spider-Gwen's back. So excited to be I'm reading that. Amazing Spider-Man's been really good, which as a huge Spider-Man fan, I'm happy to say that. Fantastic Four has been solid. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of books I've been enjoying from Marvel. Those are just to name a few. All right, we got Rabbit Ears Blog who says, "Hey, Kat, I actually made it this time." Yes, I'm glad that you are in the comments. Thank you. I try to make it different days. That way, some people can't make it on some days. I do, not Sundays, some days. I try to just do different days. So, all right, let's see. Andy says, everyone, and hey, Jesse, everyone, you should submit your own time, date, travel, or marry rounds featuring Arrowverse characters. So Kat has to choose. We'll see. Well, Jay has time, date, travel, or marry Diggle, Ragman, or Brainy. Wow. Okay. I definitely would marry Diggle. I would time travel with Brainy, I guess, but Bragman and Brainy are definitely not people I want to hang out with. And time date Ragman. Yeah, so there you go. That was a hard one. Let's see. The Sparrow gives me a smiley face. Rabbit Ears Blog, what are your thoughts about Luke Cage and Iron Fist being canceled? I think it's inevitable that they're going to do something in the DC streaming service. I don't know why people have been worried about it. And if it is canceled, let's pretend it actually is. I'm more upset about Iron Fist than Luke Cage. I stopped Luke Cage with season 2. I couldn't really get into it anymore. Even though I like Luke Cage himself, I just didn't really care about the plot much of the series, even though I do like Mike Coulter. In Iron Fist, I liked the plot more for season 2. It was an easier watch for me, binge-wise. All right, let's see. We got Jesse Johnson who says, hey. We got Flash Shapeshifter, the Avengers comics for one. Same with one. Oh, I have not liked the Avengers comics, so we're definitely on different different sides with that one. I dropped Avengers a while ago because I did not like the direction. Same with the X-Men books. One of the X-Men books. Also, like X-Men, I liked Gold when it first started, and then obviously that ended and didn't really end well. Blue, I really didn't like. Uncanny X-Men has been okay. Is an okay start, not bad, but nothing like, oh my god, this is my X-Men again. Extermination's been a solid arc. I've been enjoying that, but nothing that's like, whoa, this is my X-Men. Not like, again, nothing like the Amazing Spider-Man had that return where it's like, this is my Spider-Man. There hasn't been an X-Men title like that in a while. Although I'm excited for that alternate universe Age of X-Men stuff. I'm excited to see Mohawk Kitty Wolverine. That looks cool. Let's see. We got Flash Shapeshifter. Unfortunately, I have to walk my dog, so I'll be quiet for a bit, but I hope I can make it back before you end. Oh, thank you for joining, though, and I hope you have a good walk with your dog. I don't know where you live, but it's kind of cold here, so it might not be a good walk if it's as cold over there as it is over here. Just snowed yesterday. Andy, Time date, Traveler, Mary, Lena Luthor, Nora Dark, Felicity Smoke. Mary Lena Luthor, of course. Date, Felicity, I guess. Time travel with Nora. Maybe I'll reverse it. I'll time travel with Felicity, and Nora I'll date, because you can go on one date with Nora, and I don't want to spend more time with Nora. Felicity, like, I could spend time with her. That'll be fine. Lena, of course, you gotta marry Lena. That's the easiest one. Sweet Exorcist says, hey. Sparrow says, who is your favorite Loud? This is a great question. And if you don't know, this is the Loud House television show, one of my faves. Favorite Loud, probably Luna. That's a hard one because I definitely like a lot of the Loud family members. But if I had to pick, it would probably be Luna. And then top two, Lenny. I love Lenny. She's definitely right there. And then I know people don't like Lynn. I enjoy Lynn. I don't know if she'd be like top three, but I do like Lynn. Yeah, I guess top twos. Again, Luna, Lenny. That's what I'm gonna go with. And because again, they all have their own unique stuff. Because it's hard. Because I'm like, oh, Lucy's really funny, but I kind of like the potential of Lynn. But yeah, top two. Forget about it. It's gonna be Luna and Lenny. That's the obvious top two for me. Everything else I would have to really think about ranking them. Rabbit Ears blog, what current DC shows are you not enjoying that much these days? Most of them. No, which is kind of true though. They're not as good as they used to be for me, but I find enjoyment more of binge watching them. And I do think they've improved this season compared to last season, except Supergirl for me. I think Supergirl went down from what I saw, the first 2 episodes I saw. And then I'll binge watch it before the crossover, and then I'll binge the last half when I get closer to San Diego Comic-Con, because I still obviously care for these shows. It's just some shows are better to binge, and at this point, that's where I'm at. I like binging them, except Legends of Tomorrow, because I truly love that show, and obviously I do a podcast, but that's a show that I like really like watching every week. Yeah, out of the DC shows are the ones I watch weekly. And when Young Justice comes on, I'll be watching that weekly and doing weekly reviews for that. Or if it's a binge show, I guess I'll just do an overall thing. I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right, let's see. Sweet Exorcist says, are you still watching Titans or have you dropped it? Another show that I'll be binging. So we'll probably be doing a season 1 overview for that on Media Madness. So I'll binge the rest of it. I definitely did not like it as much as other people did. So I do not need to watch it episode by episode. I'm not like, oh my God, I can't wait for the next episode. So I'm going to be binge watching that one when the season's over. And we'll be doing Immediate Madness on Comic Frontlines. If you want my thoughts on Titans, the rest of the season, go check that out. All right. Sebastian says, what's up? Jesse says, are you going to watch Dragon Prince? Gotta look up what the dragon. I think I've heard of this one, but I want to make sure I'm correct. And I believe it's like the. You're wrong. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, it's the Avatar style show. I don't know if the Avatar creators wrote it or something. But anyways, yeah, probably not, just because from friends that I know watched the show, didn't like the animation, and I trust their judgment because usually they like similar stuff that I do, and everything I heard this from a lot of people. Wasn't just like a select people. It's just like, oh, it wasn't as good as like I thought it would be. So probably not going to watch that. MT, Super Sun's so boring. Why can't they just go away? Can't wait for Tevye to see this. I know. I'm not a Super Sons fan either, but again, it's just not my demographic, and that's okay. And I think we all have to see that with different stuff, either TV, movie, or comics. Sometimes it's just not written for you, and that is okay. Super Sons, it's just not written for me. There's just, the jokes for me are a bit juvenile. But I also was never a young boy, so maybe I just don't have the relatability to it. So just not a big fan of that. All right, Jesse Johnson. So do you feel the quality in comic book TV shows has gone down? No, I don't think they've gone down. I just think we've had so much diversity. Now we get to pick and choose these days. So I also think some comic shows have lasted longer than they should have. And that's been a problem. not knowing when to end the comic show and still have all these other comic shows on. So we're getting this oversaturation that even like fans like me can't watch everything. So yeah, I think that's the biggest issue. Let's see. Jay says you're on the list, MT. Let's see. MT asks, have you seen Daredevil season 3? I have not. There's another show. I didn't even like the first season. I watched the second season because I believe it was before Defenders. I'm like, I kind of have to watch these shows, but I'm not a big Daredevil fan. So I hear it's amazing. Bullseye looked cool, but I just have a feeling I'm not going to like it because I didn't like the first 2 seasons much. The only show, I guess, the Netflix shows for Marvel will be watching is Jessica Jones. I truly like that show a lot. It would have been Iron Fist as well, but obviously that got canceled. And if they do something else with it on Disney streaming, I'll watch that because I want to see, obviously, where that goes. Yeah, so, and obviously when Runaways comes out, like, I'm all over that when that comes out. I know that wasn't Netflix, but the streaming service. All right, Rabbit Ears blog. Why do you think that Marvel Comics keeps constantly separating the X-Men teams, like putting them in teams like gold, black, and red, instead of just putting them together like the old days? Money, because the more teams, the more books. That is honestly the bigger reason why they do it. Also, if I'm playing devil's advocate and saying money is not part of it, I guess creatively, there's a lot more X-Men than there used to be. When the old days, when there was only one book, there just wasn't as many X-Men. Now there's a lot of fan favorites out there that people want to see the spotlight, so they make different books. So that's the, I guess, devil advocate answer to that. All right, let's see. Sweet Exorcist. I know you said you didn't like Cloak and Dagger after the first episode, but are you willing to give it another chance? No, unless a character that I love shows up, probably not. I think the big long-winded conversation here is that there's a lot of superhero television. There's a lot of television in general. I don't have a lot of time, so I really pick and choose the ones that I really love. And if I don't love it and I can't, I can wait an episode, I binge watch it. Like I said, like I do truly care about the DC TV shows, but I think there's some shows that just are better binge shows. And then there's some shows that just aren't for me. And Cloak and Dagger was one of them. I know a lot of people liked it, but didn't really like any aspect to it. So I don't, if there's one thing where I'm like, oh, there's potential there, maybe I would watch more episodes. But for me, I didn't see anything I liked. So that's why it's hard for me to say I would watch more episodes. 15 people. Thank you for watching, guys. All right, let's see. Sebastian says, I found a channel called Spare Time Comics who reviews You Get the Point. I'm subscribed to it. There are less than 10 subscribers. Do you mind checking it out? Well, I'll have to see what content they have. I have not heard of it, but definitely we'll see what it's about. All right, let's see. MT, because more X-Men will get more page time and people won't complain about not seeing. Yeah, exactly. All right. And yeah, just keep coming with questions, guys. Tony Lee asks, hey, are you going to San Diego Comic-Con 2019? Yes, I will be. If everything goes well, I'll be doing press for the 5th time in a row, which is cool. So I'll be doing that. Love doing San Diego. It's a great convention. All right, let's see. MT. Haha, Jay, I actually like Super Sons. I'm just trolling Tevia. Yeah, where is Tevia? Why hasn't he made an appearance yet? Jesse, how do you prioritize everything? Book, YouTube, reading comics, watching shows, etc. Not easily by any means. Work always comes first. That's the thing. I sit down, and honestly, the best thing for me is making a to-do list, stuff I need to get done for the week, stuff I need to get done in the long run. So that has helped me. But yeah, I think I'm still figuring out the answers of that. How do you prioritize everything and juggle? And I think that's why I've come to this realization with the shows. It's like you don't have to watch everything. Just watch the things you really, really enjoy, and that's helped and given more free time to watch and give other shows a chance. So yeah, it's a hard balance, though. It's definitely a hard balance. Let's see. MT says, did you hear Grant Morrison made a deal with Universal TV to adapt The Invisibles? It's like The Matrix before The Matrix. I didn't hear about that, but I also have never read the book, so I don't so not like a huge Matrix fan. I don't think I've even seen the full movie. Definitely seen pieces of The Matrix, but never sat down and watched it fully. So, all right, MT, have you seen Blade Runner 2049? I've never seen any Blade Runner. Anthony Edge Network. Hey, Kat, do you think Robert Downey Jr. could pull off a Stan Lee biofilm? Be interesting. I'd be interested to see it. The Sparrow says, have you seen Ghost in the Shell, 1995? I have not. Sweet Exis, any comic creators, artist, or writer you feel may be overrated? Grant Morrison. And I don't like the word overrated, but I guess from my personal perspective, like things that were overhyped for me, I'm like, oh, like, I don't see it. Would be like Grant Morrison, but not take anything away from his career because he deserves the name he has. I understand people's enjoyment of. I'm sorry. You drink of water. I have a cold, so sorry about that. Yeah. So Grant Morrison, gonna cough again. Hold on. I think I'm good now. Anyways, yeah, I might have that perspective of Grant Morrison. Other people might really like him. So I think it's all boils down to perspective. But yeah, when I've read Grant Morrison stuff, I'm like, I don't get why people like his writing as much. Good question. Right. Let's see. Jesse says, how was it for you with the snow yesterday? Not bad. I'm glad I did not have to travel in it yesterday. That helped. I was lucky enough I didn't have to go anywhere yesterday. But for people that did, it took people a long time to get home. But it's just the start of it all. And it's crazy. It's only November and we're getting snow. And I thought when I heard about the snow, I thought, oh, it'd just be like a little bit. There was enough on the ground. I'm glad today where I actually did have to go out. I didn't have to deal with the snow. It was very little, and I don't have four-wheel drive, so I'm glad I didn't have to deal with that. All right, let's see. NT, have you seen the Detective Pikachu trailer? How did they make the Pokemon, with the exception of Pikachu, both cute and creepy at the same time? I actually have not seen the full trailer yet. I hear a lot of people talking about it. I saw like a second. I'm like, that's weird, and then turned it off. I have not watched the full trailer. Shots fired. I don't know which. Where's the shots fired, Jay? Which part? Ian Sweeney says, "Did you hear I reached 11,000 subs? Well, congrats. That's awesome. What type of videos do you do, Ian?" Let's see. I'm looking at your. Oh, so you do like just to give him a shout out. He does like cartoon type videos. I don't know if you're probably better if you explain it than I do. But yeah, congrats on the 11K. All right, let's see. All right. Show was horrible yesterday, Jesse. Comics. Snow was. I'm sorry. I'm like, what show? My commute normally 45 minutes took 6 hours. Yeah, I heard the stories. I heard those type of stories. Sebastian X about Comicsgate. I'm sorry, I will not be discussing that on here. I know you've axed it a couple of times. I won't be discussing it, but sorry. MT says you have got to check out Happy. It's only 8 episodes and it's hilarious. Also heard good stuff about that one. Not a procedural fan though, so not sure if I'd enjoy it, but heard good stuff. Sweet says, did you hear about Lex Luthor casting today? I did. I did hear about that. And since we're not doing news on Frontline, I could give my opinion here. It's weird. I remember that's the first thing I told my Frontline friends. It's weird casting. Don't know how I feel about it. It's one of the leads from 2.5 Men. Weird. Weird. I've never liked Two and a Half Men either, so that doesn't help. Or maybe it does help. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. Let's see. MT says, how to go out there, plus it's 30 degrees and raining. Oh, man, it just was not good weather. Jesse, do you know any Fortnite dances? I do not. I'm glad, because I'm sure if I did, like, do one. I do not. I know there are dances, but I don't know any. I sucked at Fortnite. Let's see. Jay said Pikachu shouldn't be the Deadpool voice. Yeah, it was weird. That's as far I was like, whoa, okay, that wasn't expected. NT says, have you played Red Dead Redemption or any Rockstar game? No. I don't know. I have not played Red Dead Redemption. I don't know any Rockstar games, so I don't think I have. Sebastian, okay then. How about your thoughts on the Eternals movie? Don't really have any. Ian says, did you hear I have a DeviantArt account? Well, cool, Ian. MT says, Happy is not a procedural show. The main character is Hitman working with the imaginary unicorn. There's only one cop in the show. Oh, I thought from what I saw, it looked procedural to me. That's cool though. And I'm sorry I'm gonna have to blow my nose, so I'm gonna mute myself for a second. But I have a cold, so give me a I'm back. All right. Have you watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force? If so, opinion. I think I have. Let me see. Is that the? Let me see. There's so many cartoons in my mind that look like it. Oh, one. Yeah, seen it in passing. I've not seen a whole episode to give an opinion on the talking fries / drinks. But I can tell you, when I was little, Adult Swim scared me for sure with those commercials. They were pretty creepy, but they had some good shows too. Still some creepy shows. Like that Children's Hospital one, that was creepy. There's some weird commercials on there. It's its own aesthetic for sure. All right, let's see. MT says Rockstar made the Grand Theft Auto games Max Payne, LA Noire, Bully, and Manhunt. I think I have Grand Theft Auto. I think I should play it. Bully, funny story. I was in high school. I was a bit more of a gamer than I am now, and I got Bully because I wanted to try to get the achievement points and heard they were easy. And then I got it used at GameStop, and there are all these scratches. And I was like, I really want to play Bully. It sounds awesome. And I there's this thing where people say you rub bananas on on a CD to take away scratches. And I'm like, all right, well, it can't be worse than what it is now. It doesn't play. So if the banana helps, I did it. It was worse. So never got to play Bully. And I think I bought it a couple times, and each time it was scratched. Just I would never was meant to play Bully, I guess, but I did almost own it. Ian says, how did you catch the cold? I don't know. How does one catch a cold? I guess it just happens. It's a change of weather usually. I think that's the reason why I have it. Pretty much my whole family has it. So maybe I caught it from them. But it's been about 2 weeks now. I would say because I went away, but I actually had the cold before that. Yeah, I've just had this cold that's just progressively gotten worse. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't get worse than this. It's not like a horrible cold, but right now it's not horrible, but hopefully it doesn't get there. But I think everyone's at that point. Sebastian says, are you inspiring comic book artists? If that's true, then what kind of artistic style do you use? Not an inspiring comic book artist, because I'm not an artist, but I am a comic book writer. So I guess I'm not aspiring because I have a comic book. So if Jay's still in the comments, maybe I could leave a link. You want to check out my comics? It's like Folly Daughter. We call her Dancer. Like Folly Daughter, it's about a high school girl. Father left her, become a full-time superhero. Everyone in the world loves him except for her, and then she inherits his abilities. So you got to find out what happens. We have 4 issues available of that. I'll put that in the description, so you go check that out. And we also have The Dancer. It's about a young woman who is a dancer / assassin. And when she was younger, she witnessed her parents being murdered in front of her. Never dealt with that trauma until now. Those are the pitches. If you have any other questions about it, definitely ask. And I just left the links. All right. So hopefully that answers a question. I hope you get to check out the comics if you have a chance. All right. Stephanie says, it felt like Pokemon trailer was missing the dirty jokes and raunchy humor. It might have been due to the Deadpool voice. Sweet X's, ginger tea with some drops of eucalyptus oil will get rid of the cold. Well, I'll have to try that. NT banana. Seriously, I'm telling you, like, I guess one of my science teachers or someone told me about it. I'm like, all right, let me try. And then I looked it up. People think it's real. Also, another one I think we tried also is toothpaste. Also did not work by any means. There's like some chemical in it that's supposed to take away scratches or help CDs work, but I think they're false information because it didn't help. Lucky for you, Bully's available digitally. Yeah, now it is, but back then it wasn't. We got John in the comments. Thanks for coming. MT says, did you try rubbing alcohol for the disc? I guess that could have been the next step, right? I probably did. I think that was like the first thing I tried because that's like the obvious thing you go to. Yeah, and even Sweet says, I heard toothpaste works better than bananas for disc scratches, but who uses disc anymore? Right? So that's the thing. Like, if you've heard of it, toothpaste and bananas, those are the two things. There's some sort of chemical. All right. Ian, oh my God. So Tavia's here. He says, I'm wondering, how do you feel about Superboy John being aged up as a teenager, but check the cover of Superman. Oh, okay. So this is new. I'm sorry, Tavia. I thought you were going to ask me like same question of Superboy. I didn't see the cover yet, so I'll have to check it out. But I mean, he's been gone for a while, and I like teenage characters more, so maybe I'll like John more as a teenager. We'll see what that means for his relationship with Damian, though. Ian says, you want to see the artwork of my DeviantArt? Hey, so go post it in the chat if you'd like, so everyone gets to check it out. Sebastian, also, I'm sorry that my first question was tough to answer. Okay. Let's see. Brevin says, I just use dishwash to clean discs. I tried everything for Bully, man. Didn't work. Jesse said, what kind of tissues do you use? Or are they infused with aloe vera? Would that help? That I don't know. I use, you're saying for my cold? Or for the disc. I use regular tissues, but maybe I should be using like the Vicks ones. Yeah, I just use the Kleenex. Puffs are pretty cool, but my family doesn't like buying puffs. So I got what my family has. So yeah, I should be getting better tissues. Again, the cold's not horrible. It's not up to that stage yet, but it's still there, and it's still like, I feel congested. My throat was kind of bothering me. Like, that was like when it started 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, why is my throat scratchy? And then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, that's why. I had the beginnings of a cold. All right, let's see. Debbie says, I don't really want John turning into a teenager. Sweet. Have you watched American Horror Story? I have not. Last Shape chapter. So, Kat, the idea hit me last month. Symbiote Power Rangers. Spider-Man and Venom meet the Power Rangers. I mean, I'd read it. That's cool. I'd read that. Let's see. Jesse says they should make an Old Man John series, right? I'd buy that. I want to see him like with a cane. And his mom and dad being like, why are you older than us? I don't even know where that series would go. I would read Old Man John though. Sounds fun. Ian Sweeney says, my favorite comic in general is Peanuts. Yeah, Peanuts is cool. I like when things are influenced by Peanuts. Like Bloodhouse is, influenced by the Peanuts. Brevin says, if you could have one superhero go Super Saiyan, who would it be? Squirrel Girl. Yeah, I would want like a sucky character become Super Saiyan. Like, I don't want to see Superman. That's generic. I want to see Squirrel Girl or Dazzler. Dazzler would be fun. I'm not calling Dazzler sucky. I'm gonna see where you guys are going. I just saying the Dazzler is lesser known. And I like to see her disco moves as a Super Saiyan. All that light? Come on. Yeah. Let's see it happen. Marvel, you listening? Flash Shape Chapter toothpaste sounds like it would ruin the disc. It probably did. What is Avatar Press? A company. Let's see. Kenneth says, hey. All right, let's see. Just so you haven't seen the cover, Tevius, because he says, speaking of John, apparently the cover makes John look like Superboy Prime. So if you haven't seen the cover, you don't know if it's true yet. Oh, thank you, 24 viewers. Thank you guys for all watching right now. Appreciate all that. Keep coming with the questions. Jesse said she read Morrison's Green Lantern #1 and got sick. That was the reason. That was the reason. Sparrow, watch Bob's Burgers. I have not watched a full episode of Bob's Burgers. Kenneth says, thoughts on the latest issue of Supergirl. I really like the artwork. I dropped Supergirl. I know, Kenneth, you're going to kill me, but I just didn't like this current arc either. And I, have a big pull list, and if I'm not fully enjoying the book, I drop it. So I did drop Supergirl. Maybe when a new story arc happens, I'll pick it up again. But as of right now, I'm not really feeling the space story. Apparently, so did you see the cover or not, Tevia? See? Sweet, isn't Dazzler supposed to be immortal now? I mean, I would like if she was. But I don't think so. She was like a Thor at one point, but I think her Thor self is gone now. Rabbiter's blog. What famous people have you met so far? I met a lot, so this is kind of hard. I've met a lot of I've just because of my job, I meet people to do the interviews and stuff. So yeah. But my favorite celebrity I've met was definitely Sigourney Weaver. Interviewing her was pretty cool. Tevia says, speaking of Superboy, how would you feel about it? Connor met his younger brother. Cool, I guess. I don't know. I just want to see Connor done right. Like, I don't care about his interaction with John right now. I need to see what Connor is doing in Rebirth. Like, we haven't seen him. So I am more worried about his Young Justice appearance than him interacting with John. And Tevia, I don't like John much. So what's with the John questions? Like, I don't have much of an answer. Don't really like him that much. Don't have a fandom towards him. Go to Jay's Q&A, and he'll answer your John questions. All right, let's see. Brevin says, Dazzler DPZ crossover. Oh, yeah. Let's see it happen. Kenneth, watching the reboot MacGyver series while I watch you, Cat. Well, awesome. And thank you, Jay. 24 viewers. Let's get more thumbs up. Tevia asks, how do I feel about Bendis' Superman? I've been liking it. It's not my favorite Superman run, but it's not my least favorite. But I've been liking Action Comics more than I have Superman. Ian says, do you know I'm a VHS collector? If you're wondering how many I have, it's somewhere in the 200s. Cool. I mean, I collected VHSs. Oh, I'm getting shouted at as Catherine. Oh, no. What did I do wrong now? I'm going to read this comment first. The VHS collector. Oh, yeah. I mean, as a kid, I had those, right? Because that's all we had. So I guess, it's so funny because I talked to older people about my vinyl collection. I was talking to someone I know, and he is saying, I lived during vinyls. Like, I like that's easier now. But for me, I like vinyls because I feel like it's more authentic. And for me, it forces me to listen to the whole album that you don't really get with digital music. But VHS, maybe because I lived during that time, don't really know why you'd want to watch it on VHS because the quality is not as good. And the one thing I didn't like about VHS is that if you played it too often, the film would get stuck in the player. So I've ruined a lot of Disney movies doing that as a kid. A lot of Nickelodeon stuff too. I used to have. Like, I definitely still have some VHSs, but never would go back to watching them. Sebastian asks, let's see. Oh, he's yelling at me because I'm sending Tevia about the Superboy questions to Jay. Sebastian says, are you into Black Eyed Peas? No, not really. I don't think they're doing anything anymore. Like, are they even a band anymore, or what? A group? I don't think they were really a band. Like, or is Fergie solo right now? I don't know. Like, are they relevant at all? Yeah, not a Black Eyed Peas fan. My hump. Creative Experiments. What do you think about those apps for comic subscription ebooks rather than physical comics? I think there's a positive and negatives to them. For me personally, I am a physical reader. That's the way I like reading comics. I hope it doesn't disappear. I read digital comics only when I'm not fully invested in a comic, where I'll be like, all right, I'll read that digitally. It's very few. Like I'll probably get like 3 to 5 max digital comics out of like a 20 issue physical week. So for me, it's nice when I'm on the fence. I'd rather not have it in my collection. I'll be like, all right, whatever. I'll just read it digitally and buy it digitally. But also, I mean, digitally, sadly, has brought more torrenting, and you know my thoughts on that. Do not approve of it. So yeah, I'm happy more people are reading comics though. Whatever people fancy, that's fine with me. Just don't take my physical comics away. I like my physical comics. Flash Shape Chapter, Heroes in Crisis made Cat sick. More news at 10. Oh, no, not Heroes in Crisis. Like, that made me okay. NT said, back to Bully. Remember how a bunch of idiot parents said, who said Bully would lead school shootings before the game came out? Mind you. I don't remember that, but I can't believe this is probably the most I've ever talked about Bully in my life. But it is a good topic. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I'm catching up. Hold on, I gotta read this comment. SM says I disagree. The VH quality is better. I went to school for film, and every student told me film is better quality than digital. You know, all right, SM. I also went to school for film. So that's a different thing. So film shooting is better. So shooting on film is better. Not actually producing a copy on film is better. So that's the difference. And also it has to do with what people's tastes are. Some people like digital more because also editing was is still a lot easier digitally than when you had film. You had to like cut pieces together. So that is definitely more subjective than anything. And VHS is not in that category. That's copies of film. It's like saying what I'm trying to say with music is how you distribute music. It's different from how you record music digitally or, physically or analogly. They're different things. So I still stand by my answer about VHSs. All right. Let's see. I miss A-Force. Yeah, that was a solid series. I liked when Kelly Thompson was on it. All right, let's see. Kenneth says, Kat, do you hope to meet Supergirl Melissa Benoist one day? I would give her a big hug. I've met her a couple times, Kenneth. If you see my videos, I've done interviews with her. All right. MT says he'll still axe you, Kat, until you do. Until I do like him. No, he'll probably still axe me even if I do like him. Young Justice returns in January. Yes, I will be covering it. SM says, hey. MT says, have you seen Castlevania on Netflix? I have not. Let's see. Sorry, scrolling up. New question. How do you feel about Young Justice comic book in January? Well, Tevya, you have watched Frontline Live. We have discussed it there. I will not repeat my answer here. Go check out the Frontline Live episode where we discussed Young Justice. All right. Sweet says, have you read Greg Rucka's pre-New 52 run on Wonder Woman? And if so, your thoughts? I've not read his pre-New 52 stuff. I read the Rebirth stuff. I should read his pre-New 52 stuff. Tevya, have you read? Oh, so that was already. Yeah, I did, Tevya. I did. MT says, have you seen Thundercats? I recommend the 2011 reboot. I have not. Never really had any interest. How do you pay for comics? How do you not pay for comics? You pay for comics by going to the comic book store, is one. Or if you, for digitally, you go on Comixology and buy them. That's how you buy them digitally. Hope that was sarcastic. Kenneth says, I got recently the film scores to all 4 Christopher Reeve Superman movies. Cool. MT, have you ever listened to Linkin Park? If you have, What were your thoughts on when hearing Chester Bennington passed away? I mean, at any time you hear anyone pass away, it's upsetting and sad, especially the way he went. But yeah, I've listened to Linkin Park. I like a few of their songs. All right, let's see. I read maybe 2 or 3 digital books, but no more than that. All right. Creative Media says, watch some of the He-Man documentary. Producers didn't like Mobius He-Man costume with blood on the sword. All right, let's see. Sweet says, Bully was a great game. Flash Shape Chapter, I wasn't the biggest fan of Iron Fist, but Season 2 was a massive improvement, and it's sad to see it go. All right. Already gave my thoughts on the Young Justice comic. Don't know anything about Transformers. MT says, speaking of Bendis Young Justice, how is Tim Drake's Robin again? I don't think we've seen him recently. We haven't seen him anywhere. Might be wrong, but from where I read, we haven't really seen Tim. Sorry. Reading Group Me. Let's see. Sebastian, I won't be reading Transformers. Let's see. Disco Ball Z. I agree. Jesse says for Dazzler Dragon Ball Z, Disco Ball Z. That's going to be the next season. All right, let's see. Jay says vinyl, you feel the music more. It isn't a better quality. Digital is better, but you get the raw feel, the vinyl making, in my opinion, a better experience for me. Exactly. No, I agree with that. Because consumer-wise, digital is better. That's why we enhance our music to digital. It's easier to listen to music. But I liked vinyl because it does feel more personal. It feels more like art to me. I know that's like a cheesy hipstery thing to say, but it does. Like you look at the cover more, you look at the story more because you're forced to listen to the A side and the B side. VHS, I don't see the same. Again, maybe because I didn't grow up with vinyl. Maybe I see it differently. In music and movies and TVs are 2 different mediums. But yeah, I don't see it as much with VHS, but with vinyl, I totally agree with that response, and that's why I have a vinyl record player. All right, let's see. Tevia says, are you excited for the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 3? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Funny story about the second one. I never had a memory card for the PlayStation and didn't know that was something I needed. So I remember just having very bad memories of Kingdom Hearts because I never got past that first level where you had to collect the rope. I'm like, why is everyone talking about this game so highly? All you do is collect rope. Maybe I should play Kingdom Hearts 2 and pass the level of rope collecting. But never, I'm like, when does the Disney characters come into it all? But yes, excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. We all got our memory cards now in the actual console. I don't know why I never thought of that either, because Nintendo, I had the memory cards. I knew they existed. But for PlayStation, it just never crossed my mind. Kenneth, Kat, do you think they should merge the premium 2 Supergirl and current Supergirl like they did with Superman in Superman Reborn? I think it's too late. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But I mean, I personally would like it more. Sweet Exodus, the full premium 2 run of Wonder Woman is available on DC Universe. Oh, there you go. I do have it. So there you go. Damn it, Kat. That's not what I meant. Oh, I must have missed it then, Brevin. Have you played Insomniac's Spider-Man? No. The game? Jesse says, I feel the same way. Digital is cleaner, but with vinyl is much closer to a live experience. Yeah, here's so much more of the music, especially with really good headphones. Oh, for sure. And good speakers. All right. Tevye says, Kat, what were your thoughts on the death of Stan Lee? I think what everyone's thoughts were, we're very upset to lose a legend. But I think people have to see that he lived a long life. So same question was from SM. Tweet says, besides your common frontline family, of course, what are your favorite YouTube channels to follow? I mean, all my other friends, right? We got Black Critic Guy, we got Real School, Other Robert, I don't watch YouTube videos as much, sadly. I just like searching for like topics. Like, oh, that's cool. But those, obviously my friends. That's who I watch on YouTube. Let's see. How are you able to buy so many comics? Because it's my job to read them. Oh, that was the question that you were asking before. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. Yeah, no, I review them, and I it's my job to read them, so that's how I do it. All right, Flash Shape Chapter. Didn't Tim leave? I think last time we saw him. Jesse says, "Are you gonna watch Fantastic Beasts?" I seen the first one. Nah, I've not seen all the Harry Potter movies. Heard this one was bad, so no. And honestly, even if it was good, I wasn't planning on watching it. I saw the first one because I saw it with a friend who likes Harry Potter. All right. Rabbit Ears blog. What's the worst X-Men story you've ever read? Ever read? I don't know. I don't know. Putting me on the spot there. There's a lot of bad X-Men books I've read, a lot of good X-Men books I've read. Spider-Man and Black Panther vs. Kraven could be fun. Brevin, I'm sorry. I feel like Disco Ball Z would just be the GBZ episode on repeat. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, but I'm sure that's true. Let's see. Jesse says, if you had to fire someone from Comic Frontline, who would it be and why? Nobody. I wouldn't fire anybody. Jay! No, I wouldn't fire anybody. I could never. And also, I don't think any of us can fire each other. Sparrow, favorite music. I love music. I love all different types of music, but if I had to pick a favorite genre, it'd definitely be rock. For sure. Flash Shape Chapter, your Kingdom Hearts. After I play, maybe I will. Kenneth says, Kat, what is your opinion and reason they have not gotten Superman right on film since Christopher Reeve thought Cavill was okay, but not great? I think because they're just trying to do it for the money and not really thinking about who Superman is. Tevio, what's the worst comic event you read these past recent years? Worst? Let's think. Worst one I've read. I don't know, that all the Marvel events have been pretty equally bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. Maybe Secret Wars. Axis, just because how forgettable it was. Fear itself is always an answer I go with. All right, let's see. NT, before playing Kingdom Hearts 3, play the other games so you'll understand what's going on. I have a friend who's a big Kingdom Hearts fan, so I'll probably just play with him and he'll explain it to me. Flash Shape Chapter, so Death of the Inhumans happen. Thoughts? No thoughts, because I've never cared about the Inhumans. So if they died, they died. If they didn't, they didn't. That's my thoughts on Inhumans. The only Inhuman I care about is Ms. Marvel. Brevin, if you want to combine two Marvel characters, who could it be? I'm really interested in this Kitty Wolverine combination in this Age of X-Men event. So that's my answer. Yeah, the game on PlayStation. Again, NT, I don't know if you heard, but I don't have a PS4. And I'm upset because I wanted to play Spider-Man, but I can't. Flash Shape Chapter, Steve Rogers says, cat language. Sorry, couldn't help it. I don't even remember saying a curse word. I guess that's how much I curse. I'm sorry. SM, can you do me a favor? This has bugged you. Please play Young Justice game. I know you have a lot. Explains the time jump. I have the game. Pretty sure it's not for any of my newer systems now. I think it was like for 360, but I have it. I bought the game a while ago when it came out just to support Young Justice. Sebastian, who's worst human being in Marvel? Mystique or Captain Hydra? Captain Hydra? Don't think that's a competition. Tavia, if you could love to attempt to do the Amalgam universe again, what character? I don't think the Amalgam universe? You would combine me personally. I would combine John and Cassie Lang. That's an interesting combination. SM, who's the worst comic writer and who's the best comic writer? I don't like saying worst, because I don't think there is a worst comic writer. There might be a comic writer I don't particularly, find a connection with. But I don't think there's any worst comic writers. But favorite, Tom DeFalco always. But I guess like more current is Brian K. Vaughan. I would go with. Let's see. Have you ever listened to TV on the radio or the heavy? No, I don't know what that is. TV on the radio or the heavy? Omar says hi. MT says, oh yeah, I know, it's just funny rubbing it in. Haha. Let's see. I think the game was really bad. I don't know what game that is. Oh, okay. Flash Shaped Sparrow. Yes, I own vinyl. I do have a vinyl record player. I have a couple of vinyl records. Beatles. Who else I have? I have Rise Against, Switchfoot, Billy Joel. I have a good combination of stuff, but Beatles is my mainstay. Weezer, Blue Album. Flash Shapeshifter, Peter and Venom being in War Realms makes me happy. They're fun together, and I think the Eddie's first time teaming up in an event. Yeah, that looks like an interesting event. Jay says, Cat, the Amalgam Universe is DC Marvel Warped Universe where they merge characters like Connor and Ben. SM says, Brainiac and Darkseid are coming to kill you, but you can pick any character from any comic to protect you. You choose. Probably Superman. Brevin, all right then. Favorite Brian K. Vaughan book? Oh, man. Paper Girls, I guess, but that was hard because I love his Runaways run, too. MT, worst comic writer is Chris Chan. Okay. I never heard of him. Sweet Exorcist, TV on the radio is a fantastic band. You'll like them, especially since you love the Beatles. I will definitely check that out then. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think we're at it we're at the hour mark. So any color or shaped vinyl. I have color vinyl. I think I have like a pink vinyl for one of the more recent Paul McCartney albums. I think I have like a clear Switchfoot vinyl. So I have a couple of color ones, no shaped. Worst DC event, Future End for me. Worst ever? Yeah, Future's End was pretty bad. I might agree with you on that one. All right, let's go with last minute questions, guys. So we're at the hour mark. We're going to go some last minute questions. So rally them off. Thank you guys for so many people joining, so many questions. I really appreciate that. December, of course, I'll have another Q&A. So look forward to that. Usually announce it on Twitter and Facebook, like usually a week before. I know I didn't do it this time. But usually it is a week before. Hopefully December does not go as quickly as November, but I'll probably do it more towards the beginning of the month, just because of Christmas and everything coming up. I'll probably do it the first or second week of December. So looking forward to that. All right, let's see those last minute questions here. Severin says, you're awesome. Thank you. MT, who's the shortest in the frontline group? Me. That's easy. Yeah, definitely the shortest out of everybody. I'm 5'2". The Sparrow, may you make a video showing your vinyls? I have an Instagram post, I believe, with like some of my first vinyls. I don't have many, so I think it'd be a pretty boring video. I've just got a vinyl record player like last year, so I'm still building up my collection. Maybe in a couple of years I'll show you what I got, but right now it's kind of boring. Let's see. Severin, will the crossover event be on DVD this year? I mean, I think they're always on DVD. They're just on separate DVDs. Flash Shapeshifter says, fingers crossed when Mayday gets a standalone series after Spider-Gwen. I wish, right? MT, have you watched Punisher? I watched a couple episodes. Couldn't really get into it. Brevin, if the Beatles were superheroes, what would they be called? Probably still the Beatles, right? The Flash Shapeshifter, which one would you be? An X-Men or Avenger? Probably Avenger. X-Men definitely have it hard. Even though I like the X-Men more, I probably would be an Avenger. Stevia, last question. How do you feel about Spider-Gwen so far? It's been a kind of a not needed sequel for me. But I do like, obviously, what span out of it, like Spider-Gwen and Spider-Girls has been good so far. Kenneth, Cat question, did you think Smallville went on for too long? Love the series. For me, no, because it was the only superhero series out there. So it's like, oh, it's the only thing I got. So I say no to that. But now that there's so many other shows, you want stuff to end because there's other things to watch. Severin, are you watching the crossover event? Yes, of course. Looks great. Sebastian's talking about Transformers. I have no opinion on Transformers. Never watched it, never read it. Never will. SM says, saw Death of Superman in the end, had me in tears. Great movie. Yeah, I really enjoyed Death of Superman. Pleasantly surprised. Sweet, would you ever consider doing videos about comic solicits like Mike and Jay? So what I do, Sweet, videos a little hard, but what I do is on my Twitter, I post a thread where I talk about the solicits. So you could follow me on Twitter if you wanna see that. Usually I post it just an hour or so after, and give my opinions that way. MT, have you played the Tomb Raider games? I have not. Tevia, have you seen? I already answered that. Severin says, cool shirt. Thank you. I don't even know what I'm wearing. Paper Girls. Can you even see my shirt? No, you couldn't see my shirt. All you saw was black. MT, have you ever listened to Nine Inch Nails? No, I have not. Oh yes, keep this going. Ouch. Okay, I'm going as long as I got questions. Flash Shape Chapter, who would you be roommates with? Mayday or Steph? Oh man, I'd love to be roommates with both of them. They're both fun. I think Steph will probably be more fun though. I'm gonna go with Stephanie Brown. I do love May though. I wish I could have them both. Tevia, me personally, I'm scared Spider-Girl Mayday will get screwed. Well, I can't say that. Until it happens. Severin says, made my night. It's cool. I'm glad. SM said, what was your favorite episode of Smallville? Mine was Hangover episode. Mine was Freak. Tevia, are you excited for the upcoming Into the Spider-Verse movie? Of course. Flash Shape Chapter, favorite Power Ranger comic? Go Power Rangers. Tevia, favorite moment from Shattered Grid? Ranger Slayer anything? Love the Ranger Slayer stuff. MT, you get locked in a cell with Jared Fogle or Hitler. For which do you choose? None? No? None? No, thank you. Flash Shape Chapter, Cat is the new Venom host. Oh man, are you asking what I would do if I was the new Venom host? I don't know. I think I'd make the Venom nice. I think that's what I would do. All right. Cool. Those are all the questions it looks like. So thank you guys for joining me. Having continuous questions was great. So I really appreciate that. And again, I'll have another Q&A next month. So thanks, guys. And if you're watching this post live, you ask questions there too. So see you guys later. Bye.